Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this very special Mattel figure review. It's special because we're not going to look at just one figure. We're going to look at a whole series of figures. We have got 6 figures here, the whole series from the WWE Mattel Monsters range. So let's have a look at them one by one. Here they are in the packaging. First up, we have got Asuka. Great looking Asuka figure. Love the mask in particular. I think it's awesome. Obviously, these figures aren't meant to look 100% like the wrestlers because they've made them look like monsters. So I think this is Asuka as like a vampire. Which is very cool. Love the packaging as well. I think it's got a lot of detail on. There's a picture of what they want the Asuka figure to look like on the back. And you can see it's got like her signature. Very cool. It tells you all the other figures in the series, but there's no need for that because we have them all here. Next up, we've got the big dog, the werewolf, Roman Reigns. There is the Roman Reigns figure. You can see that they've made him look like a werewolf. He's got big hands. His shirt is ripping away. You can see the picture of him on the side. There's the image of him on the back as well. Very, very cool. So that's the Roman Reigns figure. Next up, we've got Chris Jericho as a mummy. There we go. Look, you can see he's got all the bandages wrapped around him. He comes with a little accessory as well, a little list of Jericho. So you get a list of Jericho, which I think they've kind of chiseled into stone, which is very, very cool. That is a fun figure. You can see what they're trying to achieve with the picture there and the picture on the back as well. There we go. Chris Jericho as a mummy. Next up, this is stunning. Doesn't look much like him, but it is the Undertaker. We've got the Undertaker here as some kind of creature. I think it's like a demon or something like that because it's got wings. You actually get wings in with this figure. And again, you can see what they're going for with that picture and the picture on the back as well. You can see the wings in the background. That is going to be a fun figure to look at. Next up, we've got the big Braun Strowman. They call him the monster among men. And here he is as Frankenstein's monster. So you can see big Braun Strowman looking like Frankenstein. Obviously, he's got parts of his body stitched together. There's the image of what they were going for on the back. And that is Braun Strowman's signature as well. The final figure in this collection might be my favourite because it's one of my favourite superstars. Jake the Snake Roberts. Look at that. Jake Roberts with the 2 snakes. Looks like you can open and close their mouths. And it's a very cool looking figure with the snakes wrapped around him. And again, there is the image on the back. So, this is the first one we're going to look at. We're going to open all of these. So, let's get them open and see what the figures are actually like. So, first up, Jake the Snake. Oh, it's heavy, which is cool. And does the jaw... It does. It closes. Look, I don't know if you can see. Kind of it open and close. There we go. So the jaws do move on the... Oh, that's quite cool. Look how wide that... And then, like, you can close it as well. I don't think you can actually take the snakes off, but you wouldn't really want to. I just think on a shelf, that is going to look awesome. I love the fact that you can look at that figure and you can see that that is Jake the Snake. You can tell that's Jake the Snake in the face, so they haven't changed his look too much. The snakes look awesome. We know the jaws move. On the back, there's a bit of detail. It's like this kind of... I don't think it's meant to be a tattoo I'm not too sure what it is they're going for, but it has got a lot of detail all over the back, the top of the arms, top of the body. I mean, is it that Jake is turning into a snake? That might explain as to why he's got the sharp teeth there as well. This is very cool. I especially like it when the snakes' mouths are like wide open like that. That is a great figure. There's no like detail on the attire. It's just one color. The boots are black. But yeah, I am loving that. So that's our first figure. Next up, let's have a look at Asuka. I really want to have a look at this mask and see what this looks like. Should be that this mask will fit on normal wrestling Mattel figures. So if we... Got to be very careful here. There we go. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of scary. I've dropped it. I always do that. But it's a very cool mask. Hopefully it will bring it into focus. But look at that. I feel like I'm holding a tiny doll's head. It's very cool. Let's get the Asuka figure out. So she's got long hair. Asuka doesn't have long hair, but this one does. Obviously it's based, it looks like the body is based on an Asuka, normal Asuka figure. I'm not sure if they've made the hands a little bit bigger than normal. But obviously the face is very different. I'm not sure if it'll zoom in focus. Look at that. How about that? It zoomed into focus and it was terrifying, wasn't it? Look at the face on this figure. Very different. Very, very different. But what I like about it is that when you put the mask on, you're not going to know that that's what she looks like underneath. How does this actually clip on? That's the question. Not as easy as I would hope, actually. Not as easy as I would hope. That's a bit interesting. So, does that go there like that? Kind of goes on-ish. Kind of, there we go. It's kind of on, but obviously when you remove that mask, then you've got the horror of a distorted Asuka face underneath. So, something a little bit different there. Not my favourite Asuka figure, but I do think it's a very, very interesting one. So, let's pop her mask back on. And, okay, I've dropped it again. Okay, she doesn't want to put the mask back on, so let's pop her over here. It's worth noticing as well, she's actually still barefoot in this figure. I think it's kind of based off her first Mattel figure, but obviously Asuka wears footwear these days. Next up, we've got the big dog, Roman Reigns. I think his accessory is like a little necklace. So, here we go, look, we take him out. There we go, so... You've got this little necklace thing on Roman Reigns, but I think there's just been a lot of detail work done with this figure. You can see he's like ripping out of his shirt, and he's got like larger hands than normal. Those hands are huge. Could be like a goalkeeper or something. He's got like this top, which again I don't believe is removable. Is it removable? It is removable. Is it meant to be removable? That's the question. I don't know if it's actually meant to be removable. I'm going to leave it on because I really don't know. But yes, you've got that. So it's not actually painted onto the body. It is a separate piece. And I think it's a very cool looking figure. The feet as well. Look at the feet. Don't know if you can see down there. But the feet have like got... I don't know, it's hard to explain, like toes on them. Look at that, very weird, very, very different Roman Reigns figure. If you're a Roman Reigns fan, then that is definitely one to consider because it is so different. Next up, we've got Braun Strowman. Let's get inside and see. I don't believe this comes with any accessories. I think it's just a massive figure. With a lot of detail. There is the Braun Strowman. And as you can see, lots of detail. Tattoo detail. They've even got like all the stitch work, so it looks like he's been stitched together, which is very, very cool. Pretty standard. I mean, the articulation is a basic articulation. But these figures were around a basic price point, you know, so you're getting really good figures for like a basic price. So that's our Braun Strowman with blue eyes as well, worth pointing out. Very cool. Let's get the Undertaker. This one is going to be fun because it comes with wings. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Wings. When do you get wings in with a figure? So this is so cool. Look at that hat that you can take off. You've got Undertaker there screaming. It's like some kind of demon creature. And again, look at what they've done to the hands. Look at the size of the hands. Hands are absolutely huge. Very different look for the Undertaker. He's got two spots there on the back for you to put the wings onto. Lots of tattoo detail. Let's pop his hat back on. Is it that way around? Is it that way around? I don't know which way round the hat goes. I feel like it's that way round. There we go. Right, okay, here goes the wings. Let's pop the wings on. Do they just clip in? Oh, I thought I'd be able to do this. There we go. I can do this. You just have to believe in yourself. There's one. There is two. Look at that! Wow! Undertaker! Undertaker! That is... Look at this. This is so cool. Like, I don't care that it doesn't look much like him. This is just a figure. It's just a cool figure. Love it. Again, very different body type. Great tattoo detail. Love the purple as well on the attire. Just think that's classy. It's kind of a throwback to when he used to wear purple in the 90s. Normal boots, large hands. Great figure. I love this Undertaker. So we've got the Undertaker. Let's pop him there. Right, final figure that we need to look at is Chris Jericho. And this obviously comes with the list of Jericho. So if we get the list of Jericho... Oh, that is cool. It's got some, like, words written on the back, but you just can't understand them. And we've got... This is nice. This is quite detailed, actually. Look at that. Very, very cool. It's got like writing on some of the bandages. The ring attire is like a nice yellow ring attire, which I think looks very cool. They've used the same head as a recent Jericho. Some of the bandages are a little bit dirty, and then not only that, but you get the list of Jericho. There it is. The list of Jericho, and it's got some words which I can't make out written on the back. So that is the Jericho figure as well. Does it go in his hand? He surely will hold the list. There we go. Yes! Yes, look at that! The list! You just made the list! So there we go, guys. That is the Monsters range right there. Which is very, very cool. Let's give them some reviews. I think Chris Jericho, I'm giving 8 out of 10. It's a very solid entry. Jake the Snake, I absolutely love. I'm giving that a 9.5 because I love the fact you can still make out it's Jake. He's got two snakes. The mouths open and close. Lovely stuff. Asuka, it's just a shame the mask won't stay on. So I'm going to give her an 8.5. I think Roman might be the worst one, just because there's not really any accessory apart from the necklace, but I don't even think you can take that off. But it is a very different Roman, but I'm going to give that an 8. Braun Strowman, there's no accessories, but he is big, and he does look cool. So I'm going to give that an 8.5. But the best figure, I'm going to say this is a 9.5 as well. But it just pips Jake the Snake Roberts because it's got wings, and that is the Undertaker with wings. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.